Okay, if you love red velvet cake and brownies, then get ready for the ultimate mashup. These rich, fudgy red velvet brownies with a tangy cream cheese swirl are everything you didn't know you needed in a brownie. The cream cheese layer balances the sweetness perfectly and makes for the most gorgeous red velvet brownies. So to start off, you want to preheat your oven to 180°C or 350°F conventional and lightly grease an 8x8 inch square cake tin. Today I'm just using my homemade cake release to grease my tin, and then I also like to line the pan with a piece of parchment paper. It just helps to get the brownies out so much easier when they're ready. Set your cake tin aside for now, and next we're going to make the base of our red velvet brownies. So first sift together 80 grams or 2/3 of a cup of plain all-purpose flour, 22 grams or 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, 25 grams or 1/4 cup of natural cocoa powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give that a good mix with a whisk until it's well combined and set it aside for now. Next, in a large bowl, add in 150 grams or 3/4 of a cup of white granulated sugar and 2 large room temperature eggs, and then using a hand or stand mixer on a medium speed, mix for 3 minutes. The mixture should become pale, thick, and smooth. Now you just want to get any of the batter off of your attachments, and then next add in 53 grams or 1/4 cup of unflavored vegetable oil. I use canola oil, 113 grams or 1/2 cup of melted unsalted butter, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of white vinegar, and 2 teaspoons of red liquid food coloring. And then using a spatula, gently fold until well combined. You want to try not to push out too many of the air bubbles. Now to finish off the base of the red velvet brownies, you want to add your pre-sifted dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and then gently fold until just combined. You want to avoid overmixing. Okay, now that is the first part of the red velvet brownies done, and now you just want to distribute about 2/3 of the batter into our prepared pan, leaving the rest of the batter for later. Now you just want to spread it out as evenly as possible on the bottom of the pan. Now next is the cream cheese layer. So all you have to do is in a medium bowl, combine 225 grams or 1 cup of room temperature cream cheese, 50 grams or 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar, 1 large room temperature egg, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And then using a hand or stand mixer with clean attachments, mix on a medium speed until well combined and smooth. And then that is the cream cheese layer all done, so easy. And now you want to place dollops of the cream cheese mixture evenly over the top of the red velvet brownie layer we put into our pan earlier. Now once all the cream cheese batter is in, just use your spatula or a small knife to spread out the cream cheese layer as best you can. Ideally you want it to completely cover the first brownie layer. Now once that's done, add dollops of the remaining red velvet batter on the top, and then again using a spatula or knife, spread the batter out as best you can. Now to finish off, you just want to grab a toothpick and just swirl it through the batter. A knife will work as well, and this will just help to create a beautiful swirl when we come to cutting the brownies when they're done. Now once that's done, you just want to drop the cake tin lightly on the counter once, just to remove any large air bubbles. And now this is going to go into the oven for 25 to 28 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out mostly clean or with a few moist crumbs on it. So my red velvet brownie is all done now. It smells so incredible, and now you just want to let it completely cool in the pan just to give it some time to firm up. Now once it's cooled down, you want to run a thin knife along the edges that don't have any parchment paper, and then you want to use the parchment paper that's hanging over the edges to lift the brownie out of the pan. Now if you're lifting up the brownie and it feels like it's going to break even though you've let it completely cool, then just invert the pan instead. Now all that's left to do is to cut these into small cubes, and then they are ready to serve. These red velvet brownies are honestly so rich and fudgy, and that tangy cream cheese swirl in the middle just helps to balance the sweetness out perfectly. These are just so perfectly moist and fudgy. They just have like the perfect brownie texture. And that cream cheese filling just adds such a wonderful tart flavor to the red velvet brownies. It's like a cheesecake in the middle of the brownies. And I absolutely love how the inside of these brownies look. It's so beautiful, yet so simple to make. So that is it for today, guys. If you do decide to give these beautiful red velvet brownies a go, then please do leave a review on my blog. It really helps my content out, and I absolutely love hearing from you guys. I'll see you in the next video.